Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Zabu Build-A-Figure Waves Ikaris. As you've heard me say many times, not a huge fan of the Eternals. I never really had a big desire to get any of their figures, but I did want to complete my Zabu Build-A-Figure. So here we go, and it looks like an interesting figure regardless. On the side, nice looking artwork right over there. I do like that. And then over here, you can see Ikaris again. I think this is from where I read the Eternals, like the same artwork from that Neil Gaiman storyline, anyway, or series anyway. There's a read up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. There's the other figures from the wave, and then you get Ikaris again up top over here, or on the side over here, and then you get a Marvel logo spot varnish over there. Not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And if you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so.
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
So here's Ikaris out of the packaging, and design-wise, oh man, yeah, this thing looks sweet. It's all covered in Kirby goodness. I love his creativity, and it really comes through in the design of this character, on this figure anyway. But it's still not a character I necessarily need for the collection. So it's really still one of those things, cool looking figure, don't need it. And it's not especially outstanding articulation wise, you know, nothing necessarily terrible about it. But as far as the design and the aesthetics go, I gotta say I really like it a lot. And we have a fairly new amount of stuff going on here with this figure, but there's definitely some reused stuff going on here as well. I feel like it's a pretty decent blend. Anyway, let's get a closer look. So I think this head sculpt works great for our more contemporary looking Ikaris, even though the suit has still remained pretty much the same. All that Kirby goodness is still there, and I think that is absolutely wonderful. I will say I am bummed out that this figure doesn't come with any effects, accessories, or an interchangeable head with some yellow laser beams coming out of it. That would have been really cool to see. That being said, the head sculpt we have here looks great. I really like it a lot. I can't remember if he's supposed to have blonde eyebrows or not, but I still think it looks really good. The subtle inkjet printing right here on the face looks fantastic. Those bright blue eyes look really good. The detailed mouth paint looks nice. The details in the hair looks really good as well. So I do like that. And the back of the figure has some paint on it right there. Not the blue portions though. But yeah, you can see the discs are all sculpted and painted on this figure. And oh my god, the front of this thing just looks awesome. I really dig this a lot. Very, very cool looking. I love it, man. That's a great looking torso right there. I think they did a great job with it. I think these arms are reused from the Spider-Man UK pinless version. And we have these ribbed gloves right over here, these awesome looking fist hands, which have the knuckles pointing the way that I feel like they should be. If you guys remember me commenting on that with the She-Hulk figure, I just didn't like how her index finger was sticking out super far. And you can see how you have this weird angle to it. That is how a fist is supposed to look right over here. You know, getting hit with these two right there in the jaw. Not that I'm saying it, I know what it feels like or anything, you know, but I'm just saying that's how that's supposed to go, right? Knuckles first. I think that looks awesome. Yeah. And looking at the skirt piece over here, it will get a bit warped. If you twist it around, you'll see how it's, yeah. So it's unfortunate that we can't get that to turn properly. That does bother me. It looks great, though. Love that gold on there. Nice and clean, sculpted on there. All this stuff isn't just tampoed on. It's all sculpted with the paint on top of it, and I love that detail. Looks great. Look at that glorious circle for the culo. Oh, right there. And then he's got the legs. You can totally recognize those Spidey UK pinless joints right there. Then we have these ribbed boots looking really good. I wish there was a wash somewhere on the figure. There's no real wash, and that would be nice to see. Sometimes I think I see one on the blue portions, but it's just shadows. But other than that, I do love the sculpt. Just wish he had more paint on him. And I really wish he had more accessories. You just get this set of interchangeable hands along with the Zabu Build-A-Figure piece. So I gotta say, I'm actually pretty happy with the articulation on this figure. We have this new neck neck piece right here. Of course, the whole torso is new, but with the long hair and this hinge, which, oh, damn it, it's tricky to do because, yeah, the hair is sticking out from behind him. I was able to do it earlier a lot easier, but here we go. I have to show the mistake. I'm not editing that out because it is tricky to do, and I want you guys to get that, you know, pure, real experience over here on the ShartimusPrime channel. So yeah, it is tricky to do, but he will look up that much. You can get him to look downward. You get side-to-side motion and some head pivoting just a little bit, shifts forward and back a little. Not too much like a pile driver, though. No butterfly joints here. With the new upper torso, it would be nice to have. However, I do think that would ruin this beautiful sculpt over here. So at the same time, I'm glad that articulation is not there. Getting some kind of little bit of shifting would have been nice. But anyway, you could move the shoulders outward. I love that you can move them all the way in, too, so that's great. They do move right at 90, move all the way in like I showed. And then you can see some chipping right over here with the plastic. It gnarled that just a little bit. You can see that, so that's unfortunate. You get a bicep swivel, pinless double-jointed elbows, and then the wrist turns side to side, and they all hinge up and down. You have a good ab crunch forward without scuffing the gold, good ab crunch back without scuffing the gold, so that makes me really happy. That was one thing I was worried about. I was like, oh, am I going to scuff the gold? No gold scuffage. And then again, this skirt piece thing is weird. So there's friction happening. You can see how that's kind of lipping forward, and you can see white stress marking happening over there. So be mindful. It's like the articulation is there. Maybe if I shift up a little bit here. Nope, that's not helping. Now I'm trying to like push it down below that waist cut, and that's not helping either. So yeah, if they're able to put a ball joint in there, that would have made this a whole lot easier to move around. So that would have been cool if they had a ball joint down there. But no, they do not. Hips move outward pretty far, and you can only go so far until you start splitting this apart right here. Would have been better if they had cut this up. I don't know, but that's as far as you can move the legs outward. As far as kicking them forward, not much trouble. You can see it wanting to split a little bit there as well. Yeah, so yeah, this skirt piece is what's kind of harping on the articulation and making it a bit weak sauce more than anything. Doesn't move them back so much, but you get the upper thigh cut, the pinless double jointed knees bend in that far, and then you get the boot rotation. Ankles move down, they do move up, and he's got beautiful ankle pivot. Yeah, to measure out this Ikaris figure, you can see that he is standing just a bit over 6.5 inches tall. And I don't have too many size comparisons for you guys, but here is Ikaris next to Ikaris from the MCU. Best comic book movie of all time. Yeah, Eternals. Who's Team Eternals, huh? Not me. I did not like that movie at all whatsoever. I felt Ikaris, oh my god. See, I have to try these head swaps, and just seeing that right there, oh man. And then that looks hilarious as well. So yeah, have fun. And here's Ikaris next to the Hank Pym Wasp 2-pack Hank Pym figure. And shout out to Dappy Nap. Dappy Nappy? What the Dappy Nap, yeah. I appreciate you, and I aim to please. So let's see how this Hank Pym head sculpt looks on Ikaris over here. And, oh, it just sits a little high. It could kind of work, I guess, if you Dremel in there. But, yeah, that head sculpt is sitting a bit too high on there. You want to see what a long-haired looking... oh god, yeah, that does look kind of weird. And I think you said something about trying to get the Khazar head on Thor. So there's that. That's not really looking that great, in my opinion anyway. Looks too small. How does Ikaris' head look on Thor, though? Even though I don't think you asked for that, I'm going to show it, and that does look a little better, but still a bit weird, short-haired Thor. Oh yeah, in case you wanted to see the Khazar head on there, I don't know. It's kind of interesting to see. Ikaris head on Khazar. Now you got me swapping all kinds. All right, well, yeah, interesting to see. But yeah, I think the heads that they came with, each of them look better on those figures. And then here's Ikaris next to the other Eternals figures that I have in my collection. If I'm missing any, let me know. I'm not terribly familiar with the Eternals. I don't like it that much. I don't like the book so much. Anyway, we have Cersei, Black Knight, and Hyperion. And then here's Ikaris next to all the other figures from the wave, minus the Zabu Build-A-Figure. We have Black Winter Thor version. We have my semi-customized Superior Iron Man. We have Red Widow, Khazar, Wolfsbane, and Cable. Then here's Ikaris next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. And yes, I've been working on the Marvel Legends Collector Documentary Part 6 this week. Doing a whole bunch more shooting this weekend. Stay tuned for that. Hopefully we have that video up by the end of the month, if not early July. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it and you want to support the channel, well, go ahead and hit that like button. It really does mean a lot, as well as for those of you who subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't already, make sure you do so. And big thanks to everybody who supports this content via channel membership and Patreon. Do have a new unboxing video up there. So anyway, this figure is cool. I do like the way it looks. I don't have a whole ton to say about it, aside from what I already talked about. I love the Kirby look, you know, the Kirby design. It looks awesome. And it's not a figure I necessarily longed to have. I never said to myself, damn, I really wish I had comic Ikaris figure. You know what I mean? It's here, and I needed to build a figure piece, and that's mostly why I got it. But now that I have it, and I'm able to see how cool it looks in hand, I'm actually, oh, this is pretty sweet. I will put it up on a shelf, probably hang it from a wall flying around, but I don't think it's a great accessory-driven figure by any means, because it doesn't come with many accessories at all. I wish it came with an interchangeable head. Some I-beams would have been really cool to have. Something else to spice things up. Could have made it a lot more fun. Could have inspired me to read more Eternals comics, you know? But no! I refuse to read more Eternals comics now because I don't like this figure that much. Could have been cooler, but still pretty cool. The price point of around 25 bucks. I'm gonna give this Ikaris a Sud rating of...
It's not too bad.
And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see the latest Marvel news, and if you want to keep in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on Whatnot. We have a live stream tomorrow on Whatnot, so make sure you be there. And if not, I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Shot.